Caca, caca. Caca. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of 9 to 5 Nerds with Robert Swathwood, Corey Urkel,
hey,
Katrina Swathwood,
hi,
and Brian Pacifume.
hi.
How was Captain Marvel, Corey?
That was pretty good.
Oh, you don't get to say anything.
Oh, I think about Stanley.
What happened?
Good cameo.
It was a good cameo. What happened?
Oh, for last podcast?
Yeah, why weren't you here?
I slept through it.
You heard it here. You heard it here. He slept through it.
Yeah, that was a good nap.
I heard you were pretty apologetic.
I suppose so. More than usual.
More than ever.
Yeah, more than any.
I mean, if like one text is really apologetic, I didn't buy him flowers.
You apologized to me again in person when I saw you.
That's true.
Good on you.
I was legitimately irritated until you actually said you were sorry, and I'm like, Corey doesn't say sorry for anything. So
Yeah, so in terms of like me saying sorry, yeah, a little bit. But, you know, like I got a card or nothing. I'm sorry.
You should have got
A Corey level apology.
I
Yeah.
want a card from the person that was supposed to wake you up.
Anthony wasn't there.
Oh.
He was outside, and when I came out, he said, "You missed the podcast, bro."
Did he?
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Nice.
his fault.
Well, I texted him, and I'm like, is Corey there? Like, what the fuck's going on?
That's funny.
You missed my bloody shit episode.
yep.
Captain Marvel discussion, but Eric, who almost never talks on these, actually got to say a few words. So
He actually
Good.
talked.
good on him.
Stepped up.
Yeah. There has been some stuff that's happened since the last time we recorded. It's
Some stuff.
yeah. Well, you know, people on here don't. I mean, I say I'm an overshare. I talk about everything, but Katrina and I went to Vegas, so we were gone for 3 days, and we recorded before we left. And then some people know that our youngest son got a pretty severe concussion this week. Playing tag and
Extremely
fucking
severe.
fell and temporarily went blind, and
Does he remember it?
yeah,
He doesn't remember hitting his head.
he doesn't
Oh,
remember
no.
hitting his head, but he remembers. He told us that he bumped into somebody and then fell.
No other kids said anything about
Yeah, there was other kids there, and they told Katrina what had happened.
he hit concrete?
Yeah,
Yeah.
face first into concrete,
No hands?
No hands.
no hands.
Didn't brace his fall.
God.
Yeah, so that happened. So we have been a little preoccupied. That's why it's been like we record every week, and you're still not actually going to miss an episode because we recorded 2 in 1 week, and then we put one out a little later than we expected. So it actually covered the time that we missed. So we're not actually skipping an episode. But I didn't want to record tonight, and we needed to record anyway. So we're here. I'm real excited about it.
Yay.
No, I'm happy that we're getting one in. A lot of stuff did happen, but I will say that I did not watch the Toy Story trailer, the Stranger Things trailer, the Aladdin trailer.
I haven't watched the new Avengers trailer.
Oh man! So the discussion is all these posters came out.
I saw those.
The black and white ones are ones that people that
Suffered the snap.
suffered the snap, and the colored ones are people that did not. Did you see all these posters?
I did not see the black and white one.
Okay, the black and white one. The surprise was Shuri. Shuri was
She
in
was
black and white.
Yeah. She
Okay.
survived
And the
the
surprise
snap.
color one was Valkyrie. She was in color. So
She survived.
even though
another day.
you didn't see Valkyrie in the whole movie, she survived the snap. And even though you didn't see Shuri disappear,
She did not.
she did.
Okay.
So that's kind of the surprise from those. That, and they said the Russo brothers admitted that they are messing with people with the trailers,
Yeah. So
which they did in the last one as
when
well.
I watched, yeah, because I went back after the movie came out, and there was like at least 3 or 4.
Well,
like,
the big one was the Hulk in the battle.
right, and even the shot of Captain America and everybody filming like the flying V behind him.
Yeah.
In the trailer, and Spider-Man. Basically, they photoshopped out his suit and Mantis when he was flinging around when
Okay.
buildings or whatever was flying at him. He was fighting Thanos. So I went and watching. You didn't watch the trailer, but you did the new one.
Yeah,
I haven't watched the
trailer.
new one, no. I really don't want to watch anything, but
Well, one thing when they show people walking in spacesuits or new Avenger suits
Yeah.
at the end, and there's some people in that group that I thought it was kind of spoilerific that they were even there. I don't know if
Like I feel like I watched one trailer, and I saw that, and then I feel like I watched there was like a Q&A type thing with Robert Downey Jr., and then they showed another clip that had Robert Downey Jr. walking with them.
Right. So that
But
was,
I don't remember seeing that in the that was in the trailer.
that was in the trailer, and I said either that's something you should know, or they're just fucking with us, and he never made it out of space. So who knows?
That makes me think that he dies before they even get to see each other again.
Yeah, and maybe.
I hope not. I'm looking forward to that more than anything. Is Cap and Iron Man seeing each
Reconciling.
other again? Yeah.
You know, on here we've talked about like I think trailers show too much spoilers sometimes. But the fact now that I know they could be fucking with you, it's not a spoiler because it could be not in the movie.
Yeah.
So
then what's the point of even watching it?
well, 90% of it's going to happen. So
The trailer. Yeah, it's fun that they're doing that. I actually appreciate that. But I've stopped starting. I storped
No, you
it.
didn't.
Did you hit your head too?
Storped it.
I hope not. I don't. No more ambulance bells, please.
I started watching less trailers.
Okay.
I started holding myself back from watching trailers. I haven't seen Us yet. I know you've already seen it, but I haven't watched a single trailer on that.
it made
at
a lot
all.
of money.
Yeah, $70 million.
Wasn't that what the preview night had like a record
Yeah.
pull?
It was a weird stat for like the highest amount of money for an R-rated horror non-sequel original movie.
It's not even that specific, just because they said it was the highest grossing
Preview.
original movie since Avatar.
Okay. So, but to fit in that narrow, the highest it had to be also horror. And
What's ridiculous is it's like, okay, so do you know who James Harden is?
Yeah.
He plays for the Rockets.
okay.
They were like, he has the most consecutive 28-point games since Wilt Chamberlain, and it's like, why did they pick 28? And I've heard this before, and then they were like, okay, if the next game he only scores 26, they're going to be like, he has the longest consecutive 26-point. It's like they adjust it to the person.
Was 28 the minimum that he's made
Why
in that
would
streak?
Yes, that's the minimum he's made. So I'm sure it started at 30, and then the game he made
Right.
28. They're like, oh, 28. Why get that specific? 28
We're
is a
talking about
round
very
number.
specific metrics.
Yeah.
It always surprised me when you watch sports that people pull out weird-ass metrics out their butt.
They don't. They have people in the
Well,
announcing booth with
somebody
them.
does.
Yes.
And I don't know if there's a giant book of the dumbest sport
Well,
metrics.
sports stats is like a huge thing.
Yeah.
Like just from
Yeah.
I know that
just
in
doing scoring in Little League, it's crazy.
Yeah. I know that in baseball, they have people in the announcers booth with them that can get them the stats that they want.
I imagine that must be a crazy database. We got to search, okay, everybody in, 100 years who've done
I'm sure
this.
there's algorithms now and a website you can
For
pull
sure.
it up on.
Like today, my Padres won.
My Padres.
First time they've had a winning record since 2000. It's been 5 years. But
It's
it's been
changed in one game.
It's been rough. Yeah, it's just a nice day. I'm taking it. But Fernando Tatis Jr. was the youngest player on a starting roster since 1999 when Adrian Beltre started for the Dodgers. But it's like
How does
he's 20 years old.
Okay.
But it's like there's been younger players, but they weren't on the starting roster on opening day. They didn't start on opening day, so it's like
I got you.
there's younger players that have played.
You play the whole game?
He did at shortstop, 2 hits. Yeah, one was a bunt single, and he was fucking just ran it out. Nobody wants to hear me talk about baseball except for maybe my buddy over at Earth 919 who understands my pain because he's a Mariners fan. But yeah, I'm not watching as many trailers anymore. I'm trying to kind of back off a little bit.
Which ones
Just
do
to
you
be surprised.
Which ones do you choose? Do you watch one of each
No,
movie, or just
I
all
could-
of certain movies?
If you haven't watched like Toy Story, and I mean that's kind of near and dear to you, so it's interesting that you wouldn't go into that.
But you've seen the teasers anyway.
Yeah, I saw the first teaser that came out. I broke down and watched the Avengers one, but I haven't watched Stranger Things. And there's some other movie that I watched John Wick as well. So I guess out of the 4 newer trailers that came out, I watched half of them. Yeah, John Wick's gonna be fucking badass. You watched the first and the second one?
No second one yet.
You still haven't watched this?
No.
We
You want
started it.
That'll be something I watch right before I watch the third one.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Like I said, I haven't. Katrina and I have been watching Walking Dead since it first premiered, but we kind of fell behind for the first time ever, so we got to watch about 6 episodes over like 4 days, which was kind of cool.
And now you got the finale of season
9.
Oui.
Yeah. But it's like I'm assuming that's the feeling that people that didn't get into Game of Thrones until late, they're like,
I got all this content.
I can watch all this stuff and I don't have to wait.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whereas like we've been waiting a year and a half for fucking
6 episodes.
for 6 episodes that are 2 weeks from Sunday, which is going to be super cool.
So you're just be like severely depressed after it ends.
Yeah.
No, because we're getting a prequel of something.
It might be different showrunners, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
Because I think how much of a show comes down to the showrunners and the directors, like the feel of it. So who knows? The prequel shows could be sucky.
Well, what's crazy is like the first episode that comes back is 54 minutes. We don't even get an hour.
But the last
three are like
HBO
80
wants your
something minutes
money.
apiece.
Yeah, I saw the runtime at one point.
They don't care.
So if they're talking about one of the battle sequences being the longest ever filmed,
Yeah.
that's probably going to be just one whole episode, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
I'm assuming it's the Winterfell battle, right?
Because if it's going to beat out like the Lord of the Rings battles, those were an hour. Those were long.
Well, I'm wondering if you cut out the scenes that cut away to show different scenes.
That's true, because when you have the battle like Pelennor Fields, it keeps cutting back to freaking Sam and Frodo climbing the mountain.
I'm assuming Helm's Deep is probably somewhere between 30 and 40 minutes, 30 and 45 minutes.
Minas Tirith was longer.
I think we talked about that. Like if you just showed it straight, and we said, when does the battle start?
Yeah, it's debatable as well. Well, I guess
Get
if
out
you
your
say it has
stopwatch.
begun when the rain starts on,
But then when they're talking and like we've lost, there's no escape. Do we take the back tunnels?
Well, they're still fighting outside.
Is that part of the battle?
yeah, I don't know.
Or is like when Aragorn goes against that like dead army? Like is that part of the battle?
Well, when whoever
Don't
put
spill
that
all of
article
the
out,
dead.
What?
whoever put that article out, the picture was it had storming the beach in Saving Private Ryan. It had Helm's Deep. It had Battle of the Bastards, and I can't remember what the other battle was. As like the 4 longest consecutive battles in cinematic history, and this is going to be longer than that.
The Bastards didn't cut away at all, right?
No,
that was
that
one
was
whole
bad.
dedicated
Yeah.
episode. So
I want to watch, like, there's like episodes I wanted to rewatch, but I just haven't had the time. But like I wanted to watch that, the Battle of Blackwater,
The Veil.
the Veil.
Hard Home, that one is still sick.
But like I really wanted to see Bronn fight for.
In the Veil, yeah.
In the Veil with Tyrion,
With
for Tyrion
Moondor,
again. And,
yeah.
You could just do like, I'm sure there's a highlight video actually you can watch somewhere.
I'm sure.
on YouTube.
Or the whole season with Oberyn, like he was such a good character.
You could probably watch his parts in 25 minutes flat.
There's just so much good content there, and then it's we're gonna have 6 weeks and then it's gonna be over. But are they gonna take a break in between it all? Like 3 episodes, take a break, 3 episodes.
I hope not.
Get that.
They probably will to get people
subscription fee.
Yeah, get that cash.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gotta make
Pay that money.
People get HBO for 1 month. No, motherfucker, it's got to be 3.
So the record is Helm's Deep.
Is it?
Yeah.
How long?
It doesn't say. It just
Well, that's
says
not
that.
very
Well,
Missed
then
that.
how do they know it's the longest?
40 minutes.
There you go.
I said 30 to 40 minutes.
There you did.
I'm gonna get. I don't know if you want to bring booze over, Brian, but I'm gonna eat and drink quite a
be
bit
merry?
that night
Okay.
because we don't work the next day.
Nope.
Okay.
Took that day
So
off.
yeah, we took the day off.
Are we still making like Game of Thrones inspired food, which you never responded to the one that
Oh.
I
I
asked
didn't.
about.
I meant to ask him. But
I am going to be getting like, for me, when I think of like a medieval feast, like I think meat, potatoes, roasts.
He wanted to do these little cherry tomatoes with mozzarella balls
Yes.
inside.
That's 100%
So yes,
okay
he's
for me.
excited about that.
But I was thinking about going and getting some sausages, but then not like bratwurst or something like that, but like boar or like some exotic sausages.
Really?
Yeah. What do you think? Because
Okay.
when I think of like when you see like a big platter of food out on like a medieval table, don't you think sausages? Not like breakfast sausage, but like.
Just read any page from any Game of Thrones book.
Yeah,
and
there you
you'll
go.
have an idea.
So I'm gonna, hey, Brian, let's go to Omaha Meats or whatever that place is that has all the crazy meats, and we'll go find some meat.
Crazy meats.
You can
The one at Mission Gorge.
Yes,
you can't
Okay.
drink beer. You're supposed to drink wine or something.
mead.
Mead.
No, but wine is more Game of Thrones. That's all they drink.
Okay, well we're not drinking wine. We'll be drinking. Well,
I have my beers.
Robert Baratheon, I bet you was drinking beer
He says more wine.
as well as beer. No, but
He never said more beer.
we're gonna have we'll have beer and mead and whiskey for a 54-minute episode. Alan's coming over. I'm going to push everything out of the living room to the edge, and I'm going to have a table going down the center with a tablecloth on it. We're going to have all the food on it.
That's cool. You'd have a the Last Supper type photo
Yes.
with Alan in the middle.
Yeah. Alan has to be in the middle. So no, it's and it's going to be fun. But yeah, it's coming to an end. Yeah. It's kind of crazy. Next month is is
That's the ice.
his Game of Thrones and Avengers
Yep.
in 1 month.
And you're gonna lose so many characters between the two.
Oh,
You don't
yeah.
know
We haven't even
what to
talked
do.
about the runtime for Avengers.
3 hours and 2 minutes.
Oh my God. I'm not looking forward to that at all.
How much of that is credits? 20 minutes.
Probably
15.
30.
I mean, there could be a
Captain
lot
Marvel's
of people behind
credits
that.
were
There is not
long.
going to be 30 minutes of credits. But what are the cuts?
People are complaining about this.
What's the after credit scene going to be?
The New World.
If it showed fucking like Reed Richards and Susan Storm, or like if they did a like because they can
X-Men crossover now?
well
Did they do
not,
that?
I don't think but like you know how lately they've had like a serious one and a funny one.
Yes,
It would
the,
be-
the middle one is this is what you're going to see
Yes.
later in the other ones.
If the after credits one was like Daredevil,
Deadpool.
Deadpool, and he shows up and he's ready to fight, but it's already over or something like that.
Would be amazing.
Wouldn't you be like, because they could film something like that now?
Yes, they could.
What if they just put like a home movie of Stan Lee in like his 40s?
No.
What if they do that?
Robert will
Robert?
just cry. Don't do that.
Did you not cry at all during the fucking intro to?
Opening credit?
Oh,
credits?
it hit. Yeah,
I was
don't know
like,
if I cried about
oh.
it.
Thank you,
Do you
Stan.
think they're going to keep that for Avengers? I think they should.
I think they should because it's the end of this 15 years of whatever the movies.
Yeah,
20. How is it? 23 movies? 22?
Yeah, 20. I think this will be the 20.
and he's in them all.
Yeah,
The Infinity Saga. We call it the Stan Lee Saga.
they should. I saw a comic today that it was Stan. He was going to heaven, and it was Jack Kirby and a bunch of original creators. And it's like, hey, buddy, look who finally decided to show their face here. And it was something along the lines of like, I'm really happy to see you guys, but there's a lady that I have to talk to first. And like his wife was standing behind all of them. And I'm like, oh,
Wow.
What are the really offset? What are the chances that Far From Home takes place before Infinity War?
I don't think
No.
it is.
I
I don't think they've really established
How could
The timeline?
I would have hoped so, to be honest.
like why couldn't it?
it could?
I was thinking
If that
about
was
that
just
because maybe
summer
that isn't
vacation?
the spoiler, but at this point,
Yeah.
Like maybe they were on the bus going back to school from getting to the airport,
there you go. That could be it.
back from Europe.
I would have liked that in the way that now we know. Well, we didn't know Spider-Man came back then.
But you like Black Panther. Even if you hadn't seen a trailer, Black Panther 2 is already happening. Like
Yeah,
we've had this conversation on here
I'm
before.
just kind of curious. Do you think so? Like the temples of the saga have been like 3 Captain America movie, 3 Iron Man, 3
Thor.
Thor. Do you think we'll have different temples, or do you think those movies will still carry on with different people? Do you think it's going to be Winter Soldier, Captain America, female?
Well, they've already
That-
talked about
female
doing Black
Thor.
Widow.
That leads me into have you seen that the Disney Plus streaming service is going to have Disney shows?
I never clicked on anything. But
Well,
I
the
heard-
first one being Loki, and it's going to each thing's going to be 6 to 8 episodes, and they're going to have a full film budget.
Okay.
And like this one, the Loki one has to do with how he influenced human history, which is cool. But I guess they've already, I don't know if it's formally announced a Scarlet Witch and Vision one where both of them are in it. And there's rumored to be one about Winter Soldier and the possibility of him taking up the shield.
So this is going to be the Marvel like little side stories that came on the DVD. Like
Yes.
a funny thing happened on the way to Thor, but now it's a fucking show.
Yeah, but they're doing like full-fledged $150 million budget,
Yeah.
6 to 8 episode,
That's weird.
which means I have to fucking get Disney Plus.
True.
Okay, you know what else about Disney Plus? It's going to have every single Disney movie on it that's ever been released, whether it's in the vault or not.
That's
So
cool.
are you never gonna have to buy a Disney movie ever again?
Pretty much.
So
That's
like
cool.
when it get released on Tuesday, it's just gonna be there.
I don't know. They haven't said that.
I would want to know
Starts
that.
Tuesday?
No.
Oh, I thought you
Wait,
said
what?
it started.
There's all kinds of stuff with Disney.
What I'm saying is, if they're gonna
What's
have
happening?
every Disney movie available in their library, so when a movie comes out,
I'm sorry,
is it
and they're what?
library? God damn it!
Well done. Hey, we call Corey out for that shit all the time.
But I say it like that all the time, and that's how I say it.
He said it like
He
that.
says footage.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so the service doesn't release on Tuesday. That's what I thought,
Library.
Sherry.
I think they'd make more money just waiting till after the DVD sales hit for
Like everything
Well,
is like a 6-month
They have
buffer
a
period.
digital
Yeah.
release 2 weeks before the actual
Yeah.
DVDs come out. They could just add it into their Plus library, and that would be another reason for someone to subscribe.
And
Library.
Where-
God damn it!
I wonder how much money though they lose.
You'd be foregoing if you.
Yeah, I imagine they're doing the analysis, so they know what they're
They
doing.
know more. Disneyland also eliminated are about to eliminate all smoking sections in all parks.
That's good.
Good.
Yeah,
And
so you
they
actually
should
have
be
to
able to
leave
leave.
property to.
They get rid of what you call it, land, Bugs Land.
Yeah, well, they got rid of that a little while
Yeah,
ago.
it's been gone.
That's like 6. I looked at because Anthony was surprised it was gone. They
Maybe
closed like 6 months ago or something.
it's more than
It's
that
been more than
because
that.
You mean with that
The-
creepy
the
ass
theater's been
show
closed for a
where the
year.
bugs
What?
come at
But
you?
the Bugs Land said
What's wrong with It's a Bug's
officially
Life?
closed its
I
doors.
liked it. I'm saying
I
like
don't
the
know.
one
Some mid
where
last
the
year.
stingers
Yeah, well,
poked out view in the
October
in the seats.
we went and it was closed
That
already,
one.
so it was
Okay.
before that.
So it's mid last year.
Yeah, that's gonna be Marvel Land.
So I read.
Yeah. They said eventually there's going to be a Spider-Man ride that's similar to Toy Story Mania, where you have a web slinger.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm way okay with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, you mean like where you
The
shoot
Spider-Man ride in
things?
Orlando's
Yes.
better.
Interactive kind of.
The Spider-Man
It's
ride
funny
in
how
Orlando is
like
cool.
you didn't do the whip. You did more of like a
shoot.
throwing movement.
No, this is shoot. Like this is pulling
He's
on
pulling
the
the string
latch,
of the
string
Toy
on
Story
the Toy Story
Mania.
Mania ride.
Maybe I don't remember it.
Yeah.
Toy Story
I'm thinking
Mania
about the shooter.
No, that's the
No,
old.
that's
old
Buzz
Buzz.
Lightyear. The Toy Story Mania ride, you wear 3D glasses and there's like carnival games and you
Yeah.
shoot.
Oh,
It's under the roller coaster.
I don't remember.
That's a great ride.
don't
Did we
remember.
go on it last year?
No,
No,
Okay,
the line
that's
was
a
way
great
too long.
ride.
Anthony didn't know it existed. I asked him if he went on it. He said, "I don't know." He's like,
He's
"Oh."
never been on it.
Well, at least he went twice in the last
Yeah.
month. And I was asking him like, "Oh, did you go on Little Mermaid with her?" She's like, "No, it's closed." Or something. I was okay. And then he like everything roller coaster. No, she was afraid. Toy Story Mania. I don't know what that is.
He doesn't know what the fuck is wrong with him. It's a great ride.
The Tower of Terror. No, it's closed. Oh no, she's too scared. And
You
then
fucking power through that shit, especially if
what's
you're
next
going
to it?
Disneyland.
Monsters Inc. I didn't know that existed. I was like, son of a bitch, what are you going in that
Yeah.
park?
Toy Story Mania is excellent. It might be the best ride in the park.
I like it. I think the most.
It's a great
Besides
ride.
the Cars ride.
Cars
Oh
ride
no,
is
that's
good.
cool. And the roller coaster, I like.
Yeah. You haven't been on it since they redid it, though, right?
Which one?
The Incredicoaster?
No, not at all.
It's pretty good.
I mean, you can't change the coaster. I imagine.
They
too
had
much.
changed it pretty significantly. No, I mean, it still rides the same, but there's actually
Right.
like
But there's stuff.
well, no, there's like tubes in it now where like they're trying to catch Jack and they're like breaking through the tubes to try to grab him.
Wait,
As-
you mean it's like a video screen inside the tubes?
no, there's like
No.
full on statues of them, like and
Oh,
they
okay.
they change colors and different things. It's
Oh, that's
pretty
cool.
neat. There's like a story to, like Edna's supposed to be watching him, but he gets away, and you're chasing him to try to get him. It's pretty cool.
That is cool.
It's they upgraded it more than I thought was going to be possible.
I have no problem with.
But yeah, Disney. You're also they limited certain size strollers at the parks, and you can't bring in like dry ice or certain ice packs now.
Does that happen?
I don't know, but you can ask. I guess any place in the entire park will give you free ice now
Huh.
to like keep stuff cold. But
Interesting.
Does that come with the streaming service?
yeah, it comes with streaming service. We're renewing our passes in October, so
That's the plan.
that's the plan.
To talk about the shows, all the shows are going to mess with like the whole. I don't know what's the word. Continuum of the Marvel universe.
How?
Continuity.
Yeah, I guess that.
I don't think so. I think it's going to play into what's happening in the gaps of the stuff that you don't see.
Yeah, until it starts like really going off the deep end.
Well, that's why I'm
sorry.
wondering. There's so many people saying that this next Avengers movie is going to deal with time travel, and
Yeah.
time travel is so fucking hard to pull off.
Yeah, and Captain Marvel. I know you talked about it, but
You don't get to talk about
the
that. either.
Tesseract, the story of that. I was like, the story of the Tesseract. Where the fuck it's gone from 1940 to now?
Yeah, we had this discussion.
Fucking through the roof. Like,
We already talked about it.
We did.
yeah. How to get into space?
I don't
See
know.
that? Is that just?
I don't know.
There's another gap we don't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
that movie's about to hit $1 billion. So much for the people that were fucking so butthurt about it.
That won't-
Idiots.
It's
movie?
like
Captain Marvel.
it's like Star Wars.
Oh, you mean $1 billion?
Everybody has a huge backlash, but it still makes money because it's fucking Star Wars. So it's
Yeah.
it's Marvel.
It's the vocal minority.
Well, did you actually
yelling
think that
about it.
Captain Marvel was bad?
No way.
Exactly. What would
It-
you give it? Just real quick.
It's A minus.
Oh
It's-
wow, he gave it a higher grade than I did.
Well, you give everything a B.
Yep.
I,
But does
I-
he give everything
Standard
like a C
B.
minus?
I could not give you like a horrible it wasn't like the last Harry Potter movie
Yeah.
where it's just fucking
Yeah.
the writing was horrible, you know, the acting sucked. No, it was all pretty solid. It just
Spider
wasn't
Verse was an A.
it wasn't as good as everything else.
So was Infinity War.
The scroll guy was funny.
Yeah.
What's that guy's name? He has a weird name.
Ben
Well, in that it
Mendelsohn?
was.
I hope he's in more Marvel movies. I hope they signed him for a contract.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, we already know what happened to Skrulls, and obviously they changed him in kind of a good guy type situation.
Which was a good twist for me.
Because he's always a bad guy.
I didn't
yeah,
see it coming.
he's always a bad guy.
Yeah.
His name wasn't Talon; it was Talos. I think it was Talos.
I think you're right.
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff coming up. We literally just watched the What We Do in the Shadows show.
Yeah.
before we started this podcast. Are you recording, Katrina?
Yeah.
You like that? I scared you.
Why'd you scare
He doesn't
him?
even
Your
listen. He's on his
podcast, not
phone.
mine. I'm looking up this guy's name.
Who? Oh,
The actual actor.
No, his
do
name's
you
Ben. but
do
I
you
wanna
feel
know
in
that-
charge? That guy?
Yes. No. Well, the guy that got it. Yeah.
He got it.
And he was the bad guy in Rogue One.
And he was the bad guy in
Dark.
Ready
Player One.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dark Knight
Talos.
Rises.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why. Do you feel in charge? He
That's
put his
such a
hand
good
in his
scene.
mouth.
I watched that. I don't.
It's such an intimidating, like this heavy-handed 6'6".
Who was talking that said they don't like Tom Hardy?
No, Tom.
Eric.
He doesn't
Yeah.
like Tom Hardy.
What the fuck's wrong with that guy?
Like you don't like Charlize Theron.
Yeah, but
There's nothing wrong with
she
that.
annoyed me.
But
like-
Mad Max is still great.
Yeah, that's what I said. Tom Hardy's great in everything he's in. Charlize Theron was super annoying in Devil's Advocate.
You watch Bronson?
I have not, but it's always comes up when I'm scrolling through Netflix.
I'm not a fan of that movie. Like I heard good things, but
But was he bad in it?
not necessarily. Just weird.
Well, he was Charles Bronson, right? He was a weird guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then he succeeded.
Yeah, but we just watched What We Do in the Shadows, which is based off of What We Do in the Shadows, the movie of the same name.
I expect a lot of overlap in jokes, but not so much.
No,
The idea is like 100% like the same, but it still had funny half drunk human joke.
very dry. Very. I laughed a few times during it.
There's
Yeah.
some good pointers. What? Achoo.
Wow.
I've been very sneezy lately. No, that was really good. I
liked it.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, funny. And they cussed.
Yeah, every time they cuss on TV, I get kind of caught off guard. Like, can they do that?
Well, just because The Walking Dead gets one good one every season.
What have they said?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you remember
Not
the
this
Scared
season.
Straight specials on MTV back in like the late 90s?
Yes,
Like when
where
they
they
take
go
the kids to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were just cussing them out all the time. I was
They-
like, oh my
they
God, say
bleep
this
it?
on TV. Oh. It was like 11 o'clock at night. That little shit. I was like, oh my God. This is
It was weird because
Back in the 90s.
yeah. It's like 13. Oh.
I used to watch Howard Stern to see what kind of like nudie type of things that were going to be on. And I don't think it showed nudity, so that was like my first exposure. They didn't have like internet porn when we were young, so we were like trying to find shit on TV, like watching through squiggly lines or watching like the E Network at really late at night when they would show like borderline.
E Network, really?
Yeah, well, it had Howard Stern on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
They would show that. And there were like porn stars on there, and you'd be like, "Oh, look at this." No, I
good old
lost my
days.
train of thought. Thinking about
That
the other-
happens.
Yeah.
We get sidetracked.
No, go back like 3 steps. What was I talking about?
3 steps.
Talked about the 90s and
Talk about vampires, homie.
yeah, What We Do
Yeah.
in the Shadows.
Yeah, I lost my train of thought.
Where were you going?
I don't
Cussing on TV.
Cussing
Yeah.
on TV. Howard Stern.
know.
Scared
Cussing-
Straight.
It's around cussing on TV,
And you were surprised?
and I was surprised. Come
Because
back to me,
typically it
brain.
airs around like 10:30.
Brain's got to poop.
You all right over there?
No. What happened?
No, like nothing.
What happened?
I can't.
And
I can't,
everything.
I can't say it on here.
Okay.
It's
Of the personal nature, we understand.
yeah.
I don't know. You
But
got pretty
cussing-
personal on the last one.
I get personal about everything. Anybody can ask me any questions, and I'll answer them. Go ahead.
You sounded like an old Will Ferrell character. Like when he was talking to the goat. He's like, oh, staring contest. You win.
Cussing on TV. Where was I going with this? Oh, like you can say anything you want on a podcast. Like we could say fuck, shit, close to anything. But there was like, you guys don't listen to it, but there was like a big deal when Obama was on Mark Maron and he dropped the N-word. Like,
Oh yeah, there was a really big deal.
Ah.
because yeah, which was interesting. I don't want to open this door, but I'm going to anyways. We obviously, all 4 of us know that the N-word is a pretty terrible word, obviously, because we call it the N-word. We
Yeah.
don't say the word.
It's like Lord Voldemort.
It's not like Lord Voldemort because we say Lord Voldemort.
Only Death Eaters can say it.
So, do you think the word should be able to be used? Yeah, Brian's face just went up. No, and this is a legitimate question, and there's no racism coming from behind this question. Do you think the word should be able to be used when you're using it in a historical sense,
Like a
talking
teaching
about like in a
context?
teaching context, not in like maybe like a high school because that's kind of a sensitive time, but like if you're in a history class in college that's referring to that time and you're dealing with possibly civil rights or slavery or anything in those aspects, are you okay to use the word as you're not saying it, but you're saying it as a historical...
Am I quoting somebody?
Yes.
Or discussing a period of time, or...
I don't think I would.
I couldn't do it.
I think quoting it, I would be like reading it verbatim and for an example that has some sort of like positive context, maybe.
Like
it's like your grandma. I'm like, in my day, we used to say.
Yeah. If you were reading it in an excerpt, is that the right word? Excerpt.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're
quotation?
reading, if you were doing a quotation of a book, if you were reading a portion of a book to class and you came upon that word, would it be acceptable?
I would probably read through it just like I would normally. Because it's in a higher learning, setting. Yes,
and I think,
and I would hope everybody understands. Like, yes,
this is what you're saying
in context.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, if someone's like, I want to do it right now. Let me do it. Let me say it. Then I'd probably be a bit more concerned with.
Yeah.
Why are you so excited to do this? And even then, the inflection of that could be.
I've never come into this situation, and I doubt that's ever going to happen. But I can't remember what came up, and I was curious as to what the protocol would be in that situation.
I don't know if we talked about the hypothetical, which is actual in some case. I mean, I was talking about somebody.
Don't say it, Corey.
No, but when there's a rapper on stage and he pulls a fan up to sing along his song, and it's got the N-word all over it, is it appropriate for the fan to come up?
Is the fan white?
Yes.
No.
Does it matter?
Yeah, I think it.
So when this
I
happened,
can imagine either of you listen to anything a whole lot that has those has vocabulary
but,
in it, though.
Yeah.
You do?
I have a lot of Dr. Dre on my...
do you skip it?
Do I skip when I'm singing it?
Yeah.
When you
Yes.
sing,
Yeah.
So that's why. So
I just stop at that part.
And then just...
And pick up again.
if you pull on stage and they expect you to sing the song, like you're going... Is it okay for one race to have to skip the beat?
You do the mic pull. Pull the mic away.
But it seems like a hypothetical. What would you do if you won the lottery conversation? Where it's never going to happen.
It happened to a couple people.
By the way, I did
Gwyneth
not win the
Paltrow
lottery
did it
last night.
Did she get pulled up on stage?
No, but she was at like a Jay-Z concert and she did it.
And she's singing along to the song.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to like stop and I think in the context, just like quotations in a song, it takes on a different meaning. You're singing somebody else's words.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, but it's still I can't do it. Like even when I'm singing Dr. Dre, I won't say the word, but I put a noise into that. Like I'll be like,
I can see
most of these with.
I can see you opting out.
Well, that's like the radio edit of Gold Digger. It's like I ain't messing with no broke, and like even the radio edit just doubles the word and then go into the actual lyric.
But anyway, the crowd turned on whatever people said it. And it got thrown out or whatever. I'm like, that's...
Like, out of the person that got called on stage?
Yeah. What do they expect is my...
Yeah, I think that's a bit of an...
As a performer, you shouldn't put somebody in that situation either.
Give like a word of warning. Hey, don't sing the whole song.
Yeah. Hey.
There's 18 words in here you may want to skip, man.
I thought you were going to ask if it was appropriate for him to say it.
Who?
Obama.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And he didn't say it in any other reason than he was talking about the...
He's talking about civil rights.
Yeah, he was talking about civil rights.
Is this an A or a hard ER?
This is a hard R.
Okay.
What if Trump was talking about it?
God.
Shut up.
No, just don't go there.
On the same podcast. Is that okay then?
No.
Nothing.
I think Mark Maron would burn down his house before having Donald Trump
no,
over there.
they say it. Mark Maron said any sitting president is welcome on the podcast if they can have a honest conversation that he has full control over editing. Obama said yes to it. I mean, I don't think that Donald Trump could hang with Mark Maron.
How much bleach would he use after he left?
Ugh.
Another thing I saw that was interesting. It's, people so upset as Jordan Peele. Is that the one who made Us?
Saying that he doesn't see himself hiring a white person as a main character?
In his position. Do you think that's inherently bad?
No, because
anyway?
he also said, I have no problem with white people, but I've seen that movie. White people have plenty of representation as main characters in movies.
That was the next sentence. So the headline is, Jordan Peele vows he won't cast a white person in a lead.
In his specific words, I have no problem with white people, but I've seen that movie. And And
That's exactly right.
the title is there to make you angry because
Yeah.
I saw it and I was
It's
like,
clickbait.
I said I like Jordan Peele. I was like, that sucks that he would say that. And then I read it and I go, I
That's not-
understand 100% what he's saying.
Yeah.
I as a white guy have plenty of fucking representation in 99% of movies. I have no problem with them making a movie that's an all black cast, and an all Asian cast, or an all get as
Whatever.
specific as you want to.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Like it seems like
Speaking of which, I saw Green Room.
It's good, huh?
Yeah, if we're talking about representation.
That was a good movie.
That was way more violent than I even thought.
Right?
Like the whole scene where Anton had his hand out and
Yep.
it comes back and it's just
Yep.
gut. Holy shit.
That's on Netflix
dude.
if you want to watch
Yeah.
it. It's worth a watch. Especially seeing
That was jarring.
Patrick
Patrick
Stewart.
Stewart as like
He was cold.
yeah. It just shows he's a good actor.
Yeah.
Like that was damn it, you made me forget what I was talking about. I had a good point to make.
Jordan
Representation.
Peele.
You know what's cool on Walking Dead right now is this season has a deaf black woman.
Yep.
And she is awesome in the show.
She is.
And she fucking holds her own. And can you imagine how scary it would be in that
Deaf-
world being a deaf person?
she's-
legitimately deaf in real life.
Okay.
Is Michonne on the way out? I heard
She
something.
said
Yeah,
she's
she's
leaving the
leaving.
show, yeah.
but there's no countdown like Rick.
No.
Okay,
Rick's gone, right?
Rick's
I
gone.
haven't watched in like 3 seasons.
She's gonna like ride off to go find Rick.
Yeah.
she's gonna ride off to the Avengers set and
It's
not
hard.
get credit on the
Oh,
poster.
we didn't talk about that.
Yeah, she did.
Well, they fixed it.
Yeah.
Whoops.
It's hard to
That was like it only took like 12 hours. Sorry.
Yeah,
it's hard because The Walking Dead is killing a lot of main characters off and getting rid of main characters, and main characters are leaving and stuff. And it's like, okay, you're bringing us these new characters that we're supposed to care about, but
they
you haven't
lasted.
developed these characters for very long. And how am I supposed to care about them? And then you have this deaf girl that I really like on the
Yeah.
show, and you have Jacob, who's played by Dan Fogler,
Who's great.
who's great. Like, I like these two characters. They've only been in half a season.
It's because they actually have a presence.
That's
He played Jacob in. He didn't play Jacob in Walking Dead. He played it in
Fantastic Beasts.
Fantastic
Fantastic
Beasts. I
Beasts.
can't think of his name in the show right now. Shows how much I care. But I actually like his character. Like, he's a little happy-go-lucky. He's a little like, how did this guy last this long?
Oh,
Type thing. What are you looking at?
I thought it was somebody else.
Dan
Dan
Fogler.
Fogler?
Yeah, I
Forward?
thought it was.
No, it's Balls of Fury, man.
I thought it was. What's? Oh, never.
Oh, never mind.
There was this guy played a animated voice, and I thought it was that guy. It wasn't. It wasn't Ratatouille. There was another Pixar movie where he voiced him, and I thought it was him.
Oh.
Which leads me to the next is this acceptable question
Uh-oh.
that's big in the news. James Gunn was rehired as the director for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Now, without us all sounding like complete hypocrites, because
Yes.
we've condemned so many people in the past for saying the wrong things, I know why I think that this is acceptable.
I'm going to tell you what's not acceptable.
What?
That he is still going to do Suicide Squad 2.
It's not
before-
He
Suicide Squad 2.
signed a contract.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's unacceptable.
It's
He should
called-
do Guardians 3 right now.
He needs to get paid.
It's called The Suicide Squad, and it's a reboot.
Now, how hard of a reboot is it if they're going to have Harley Quinn as Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn?
I don't know.
So it's like we're going to reboot the parts we want.
I've also heard that he actually never lost his contract from Marvel, so he would still be okay to do that first. But I heard he's doing the DC one first.
Which I'm okay with in a way, but the Marvel movies all lined up like we're gonna plan this out.
Yeah,
Does Guardian 3 falling 2 years later now? Does that fuck with anything?
I don't know.
I'm sure not.
Or are they not going to be involved in any of the next movies?
I'll tell you the only reason that I think that it's acceptable that he was rehired.
Should have never been fired.
Yes, I agree with that. But the only reason I agree with that, I completely understand why they did. It's a kids' company. You can't make those kind of jokes.
I think they jumped the gun without like reading into it or
Well, you don't need to. I
giving
mean,
people's opinion. It was like one day. There was no time to let that
I
rest.
really, but as a
But you
company,
can't do it to other people and then give him an exception.
yes.
Who else they do it to?
Talent can get by some of that stuff.
No, that's the
Yeah,
God
especially
complex, and that's a
football.
problem with me. But that's another story.
Whatever. Downer.
Sorry.
No, I completely understand why they fired him. You can't, as a kids company, make jokes about children and expect to stay employed.
What did he say?
He made pedophile jokes.
Back like a decade ago.
More than that.
No less than that.
What? I thought it was in the late
like
90s.
09 or something.
I thought it was like 2012. Am I wrong?
Uh,
I don't know. Either way, he made very dark humor jokes, and out of context, they look just like
out of context. I mean, they were the entire tweets. It's not like they
Basically,
took one sentence out of an article.
It's one thing to take one tweet, but to read his entire, like, all his tweets combined, you get, okay, this guy makes fucking horrible dark jokes. That's his stick.
The reason I think it was okay to rehire him and possibly not fire him to begin with, as opposed to other people, is he had apologized about this and said that's not him well before it ever became an issue. Like he said,
He got ahead of it.
well, it's not even getting ahead of it, not saying, oh, I'm about to get in trouble. He apologized about these years ago.
And Disney didn't do their due diligence.
And they were already out there. You hired this person with this stuff already out there and a person who already apologized for this stuff previously without being told he needs to apologize or without knowing that he got caught saying, hey, I'm not this person. These were poor jokes. But the difference to me was he apologized before it was ever an issue because he legitimately knew they were wrong. It isn't somebody saying something horribly racist, realizing they're caught and apologizing to try to save face. He apologized because he knew what he did was in poor taste. Does that make sense?
Oh, I get you.
You don't agree with that?
No, that's not what I don't agree with. I don't agree with the fact that we excuse genius for allowing people to act a certain way and
No,
be
I
above
agree with that 100%.
What morality is. So, we do that every single day.
Yes, that's bad. You should not get up.
They get passes to be assholes and misogynists for no reason.
Well, I mean, here's Ray Rice got blackballed out of football because he punched his wife, then fiance, in the face. He never played again.
Yeah, and then the kid on camera really.
And
sealed that.
then dude from Kansas City, I can't think of his name right now. Kareem Hunt does it, and
it's okay.
gets picked up by Cleveland.
Well, frankly, Ray Rice was like 5 or 6 years into his career.
Yeah,
Kareem Hunt was like 2 years in. So
I agree, but right there, we're saying that if it would have been earlier in Ray Rice's career, he still would have got a second chance. Because the talent would have been there still. The ability would have been there still.
You're willing to excuse the behavior because there's some value there that you can monetize.
And the fact that this isn't the first time that Kareem Hunt has been in trouble.
Yeah.
And we do that across the board, regardless if it's sports.
So do you feel bad? Okay, weird. Do you feel bad drafting people that did that, like Joe Mixon?
I have Tyreek Hill on my team.
Okay, that's going to be an interesting one. Because if he gets caught breaking his kid's arm, he's going to get banned for life.
Yeah.
Which he should,
justifiably so.
Yeah, you can't do that because that's like third incidence.
What was the second one? I know the first one was he
strangled
his girl or something.
Yeah, there might have been one before that.
God.
You know who got a pass?
Who?
Jesse Smollett.
Nobody really knows enough about the situation to. It's
a few guys who got paid know about it.
What? They don't know if they legitimately did though.
They admitted to it.
Who? He didn't.
No,
they did.
No, he proclaims innocence. The people who got a check signed by him that were caught basically on video camera, like approaching the scene, that are his friends from.
The fact that they're going to spend FBI money to look into it is stupid.
Thank you.
Yes, agreed. But didn't they already say that there's the possibility that the Chicago police are fucking altering evidence?
There's a reason why the prosecutor didn't bring it above to the judge, because if there's not enough evidence to convict him, they're not going to put him in front of a jury. They're not going to.
That's what I don't know. To me, it just seems shady.
I think there's some shady stuff going on with the DA, because the mayor seemed freaking pissed that no charges were brought up, and the police chief.
Well, there's always shady shit going on with the government. Some connections got pulled to me. It's like, we know he's innocent, and because he agreed to forego bail and because of community service, we're just not going to press charges. That seems like the weirdest thing to me.
Yeah, I heard that there was some shady shit going on with the police, too.
Like what?
Like they were trying to fucking make an example out of this guy I heard there was some shady shit with the evidence. That's why I'm saying it seems like such a weird situation.
He got the benefit of the doubt for a while. Like for 2 weeks I assumed like he was a victim. Like, you think they were fucking with him back then? Or like,
I don't know if he still is the victim or if he's playing things or what the situation is. I agree with Katrina. The FBI money on this is fucking stupid.
Who's spent FBI money?
The president.
Yeah, and the reasoning behind that, I think
is this because he's
going to send an FBI probe to figure out what happened?
There was one thing I heard. So they didn't press charges for his assault, but he had mailed himself some white powder to the set beforehand, like weeks before, months before, to try to cause an outrage, like somebody's mailing him anthrax, and they could be brought up on federal charges for mail tampering or something like that. And I don't know if that's related to the FBI, but that's the only thing he brought up on charges for now, I guess.
It's just a weird situation.
Another thing that was funny, everybody's fighting this. Robert Kraft is fighting his
He accepted a plea deal.
I thought he said he was not guilty.
He said
he was not guilty.
He requests trial by jury.
No, I think he's since accepted a plea deal.
This was
as of today.
Okay, because I watched this like yesterday morning, and I'm like, I think they cut to a photo, like video of somebody saying, "Yeah, we got him on video twice."
Yeah,
it's like I don't want the jury to see that.
I'm fairly certain he accepted a plea deal today.
Yeah, he better have.
Nobody wants to see that shit. TMZ will release it.
Yeah, they will.
It's so funny. I was like, everybody's gonna get off. That could pull some strength. I thought, if anybody could.
Somebody asked if Meek Mill was going to go visit Robert Kraft in prison.
Nice. Nice.
This is a very eclectic episode.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff we missed. So.
Yeah, it's true.
I watched a trailer today.
What was it?
Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Oh, yeah?
That creepy toe lady.
Did you ever bring up the college admission scandal?
No, we did for a minute, and I'm just like, no, I don't even want to get into it. So I didn't want to get into the Jesse Smollett stuff either.
Is what's her name still on Full House?
Not anymore.
She went through season 4, and she won't be back for season 5.
Because of this?
Yes.
There's a celebrity going under.
We talked about
47.
We talked about it a bit.
You look so disappointed.
Well, I know how much I'm going to have to edit out of this episode. It's going to take me forever.
Amen.
Could you spend $1.5 million just to bribe people to get your kid into the college they want and they don't give a shit?
Who did that one? $1.5 million? No. I'm fucking straight arrows they come.
She had $2, so I think it was, I don't know her name.
Laughlin, Linda, Lori
Laughlin.
Lori Laughlin.
I know the mom's name. You talking about the daughter?
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
Olivia.
No, I don't.
Something.
But yeah, $400,000 went to the soccer coach for I think one of the bribes, and another.
Well, you see that the fired USD basketball coach got caught up in this stuff too.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people getting charged with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's hard to get in college as it is.
You see, fucking
you got to compete with
Dr. Dre is saying that his daughter got in on hard work when he donated what was it, $70 million to the school.
I'm going to buy you this wing. My daughter's applying next year.
No, they do. They have a wing.
It was a minute ago. It was like 8 years ago.
Does it matter if it's $70 million?
Probably not.
Yeah, I think a lot of celebrities.
The thing is
maybe after he sold Beats to Apple, he's like, all right, I'm taking this money.
Well, the thing is as a celebrity that is worth the hundreds of millions of dollars that Dr. Dre is, you even tens of millions, you have the ability to put your kids in the best private schools, and you have the ability to get your kids a step ahead that way. But if you have hundreds of millions of dollars, you can buy your way into a school legally.
Yeah, for sure. There are loopholes.
These are people that are like mid-tier people that don't have the money to buy their way in the front door. That's why I said you want to get in the side door.
That's exactly what he called it.
So that's what all that.
The third hole, homie.
The mysterious third hole.
Go there. Is that the knee pit?
Yeah.
What?
You know what else comes out next month?
What?
Is Missing Link. Leica movie. It does. Love Leica movies.
Look cool.
Yeah. Good.
Stadia. You guys talk about that?
What the fuck is Stadia?
Stadia.
Oh, the gaming system.
Google's new video game console. You didn't see anything on it?
A little bit.
I saw that Borderlands 3 got announced today.
Yeah, I didn't watch that. I meant to. So, basically, if you have any device that can stream anything, you can play Google's new console.
That's cool.
Like, you turn it on.
It's cool, Craig.
I want to buy Assassin's Creed.
What's that from?
I don't know.
What'd you say?
That's cool, Craig.
I don't know.
It sounds like something the guy from Thor would say. The rock guy.
Korg?
Yeah.
That's cool. Meek's dead.
But you could basically buy a game and play it within like 5 seconds because there's no downloading anything. It's all
until it's buffering.
Well, I mean, if Netflix streams and doesn't buffer like the whole time, it's the same thing. You're basically streaming a video.
Occasionally, I have buffering issues with.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, but there's a lot of cool stuff about that. So I was like, all you have to do is, if you don't have a control of another type, But the fact that you can like play on your TV with a controller, if somebody wants to watch TV, you can basically transfer it to your phone immediately. You just
that's cool.
Changing the stream.
I know there's like a switch. You just lift it out and start playing.
You can play. You can turn on the computer and play there. Any screen.
There's a lot of people that are talking shit, but Google has so much money behind them. That's like Microsoft didn't always have a system. We all remember what it was like before Xbox was around.
Wait till they start buying video game developers. Like
only had 2 choices.
Yeah.
What if they buy out like you can't buy out Naughty Dog, but who's like an independent that is big?
Bethesda.
That's EA's a little. I guess if anybody could buy it, Google could. Yeah. But I'm sure there's a lot of, I don't know, who's like an indie developer that they could just snatch people up, homie. I have to see. When you say snatch up, you got to finish it with homie.
Okay.
So you don't care?
I don't get to play video games that much anymore.
But now you can.
Wait till you accidentally have a kid.
You don't have to waste time on your console.
And your life is over.
You had a kid?
Both mine were planned. I'm just saying you're going to accidentally have a kid.
The way you said it, I thought.
Yeah,
there's no more accident children.
You don't have more than 2, do you?
Not that I know of, but I'm fixed, so.
So it happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
This kid's an adult.
It's going to show up there 14.
No, like 20.
Oh, God, I'm old enough to have a 14-year-old.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice? You didn't have to deal with all that shit.
Parker will be 10 this year. That's where Brian goes, it was 10 years ago that we had the best
burger in the world. That's good shit.
I was starving and Parker was in the ICU and Katrina was trying to pump and Brian and I went and got food.
We went to Chili's and watched Monday Night Football, Redskins, Eagles.
Nice. Did you pump?
I didn't pump. I don't lactate, and I didn't want to get hair in there. In case I did, I got nipple hair. Do you have nipple hair?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Gross.
Well, you asked.
Are they long and black like mine?
No.
Okay. Is this like everybody has hair all over their body type of thing?
You can't see it. Peach fuzz?
Little baby peach fuzz. When does Creep 3 come out?
No idea. Brian knows.
He was born in 2009?
Yes.
Why? What are you looking at?
I want to corroborate my calendar. Anyway, continue. I want to make sure I have the game right, so when I tell this story again, I get it right.
What?
He's making sure he picked the right Monday Night Football game.
Well, Parker was born on a Sunday.
Yes, he was. He was born on a Sunday, but he was born at like 8 o'clock.
Yep.
8:19. No, 8:20.
8:20.
Because you stopped talking to me for 3 hours. We were texting between the Chargers Chiefs game, and then you were like, "Oh, Katrina's in labor."
Well, we weren't expecting him for another 8 weeks.
Yeah. I was like, oh.
I think they picked the wrong due date. Yeah.
I also didn't know I was in labor for like 12 hours.
And then when she had Oliver, like I come home and she's like gripping the table and she's like, "We need to go to the hospital right now." I was like, all right. Yeah, that was fun.
When's his birthday? October what?
25th. 2009.
That was a fun day.
Oliver is January 21st, 2013. Katrina is March
Monday,
26th.
October 26th. Eagles beat the Redskins 27-17.
I don't think we hear you over that.
I know. For all of you who didn't hear me, Monday, October 26th, Eagles over the Redskins 27-17. So I was right. All these years I've been right.
Good memory, good burger.
It was such a good burger, dude.
But you would have went out on a Sunday, not a Monday.
No, I left school because I had a class Monday night at 5 o'clock. I ditched it and I picked him up from the hospital. So we went to Chili's.
I don't know.
Did you get a burger, Katrina?
No, I stayed in the hospital.
No,
I thought I brought you something back from Chili's.
You better remember this.
I don't think
because
so.
Because the food was terrible at the hospital.
I don't remember.
I'm fairly certain I did. So I started this by saying we went to Vegas recently, and one of the regulars on this show got hammered.
A regular that is not here right now.
That is not here.
He got to an 8.
He said that was an 8 out of his.
I don't ever want to see a 10.
10 passed out drunk.
I don't want to see a
10
9.
would be Katrina getting lost downtown. Is that a 10?
That's a 10.
A 10 would be the hangover.
So Alan, our local 9 to 5 Nerds medical expert, got hammered. He won't say hammered, but he got hammered in Vegas. And I took some videos of him. and I'm going to play them in the next episode he's on so he can explain them to us. But they are hysterical. And what I didn't get was him eating pizza that had come right out of the oven, and you could still see fucking scorching hot, and me begging him not to eat it, and then wondering the next morning why the inside of his mouth was burned. But no,
I had a lot of fun.
It was fun, yeah. But he had some fun and interesting things to say, and I have a couple minute videos that I want to play the next time we get together.
Isn't that supposed to stay in Vegas?
It's staying.
I'm saying the slogan.
I don't think that's the slogan anymore.
What is it?
They change it every once in a while.
It's actually like an official thing.
Yeah.
Every city has got a slogan or
nation's finest city, baby.
Yeah.
America's finest city.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh.
You're right.
Ooh.
Wasn't that
Which it is.
Wouldn't that be the same thing?
I mean,
like we're now that we
slogans are exact. It's truly trademarked.
The nation's finest city, America. America sounds better. America.
Maybe
in 2 years it won't. But America's finest city.
Maybe in 2 years, America's finest city will sound a lot better.
America's finest city.
Yeah, we just dropped the A for now.
Yeah, or to be California's finest city because we'll be an entirely separate fucking country by then.
That'll never happen.
Nope.
Texas wanted to do it when Obama was here. We want to do it now because Trump is here.
It'll take a civil war.
Yeah, one's hated because he's stupid, and one is hated because he was black. There's two entirely different reasons behind it.
Trump's black?
Yeah. Well done. No, I don't want to get back down this road. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
Then
Did you see he saved the Special Olympics?
Oh my God.
Brian,
okay,
stop.
Brian, stop.
Wait,
stop.
So the funny
He
was
told his people, I'm going to fund it. I'm going to save the day.
Oh, that's good.
And people lap that shit up.
Because Betsy DeVos is...
Dolores Umbridge times 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least he did something. Is it actually happening?
At least it's something.
Is this actually happening? Like,
let the crippled children have their sports.
He's going to fund it?
That's the reaction that his base has.
Okay, well, that's good.
Well, no, the thing is they cause a problem.
And they fix it.
So they caused, but they fix a problem that they caused and try to be heroes about it. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Who approves the budget for that? Was that Nancy's prerogative? Like,
what are you talking about?
What?
For the school funding for Special Olympics to be cut or whatever. That was whatever.
That was part of her agenda. She doesn't like school. She wants you to pay for your kids to go to private school.
Yeah. So does she make the budget?
I'm not entirely sure. This isn't a podcast about politics.
So that's just interesting. So did Trump supersede her is what I was wondering. Did he actually not?
I'm the person that says that I don't know a lot of stuff. And if I was going to run a company or anything, I would want people that have experience in that situation running that program.
That's why he got people from a bunch of companies running those programs.
But
no,
Dolores Umbridge.
CEOs.
Someone who's never worked a day.
And she's never went to public school. So that's my thing. You have no experience in this.
You're not a teacher. You're not a treasurer.
What do you have against private school?
I don't have anything against private school.
Sounds like you're anti-elitist.
Kind of. I mean, I guess I fall on the category of possibly socialism, but...
A democracy is socialism. It is.
Sounds like communist talk to me,
homie. We all pay into taxes to pay for law enforcement and stuff, right?
And fire department and schools and water services.
Social Security is literally a socialist program.
We are a socialist. Ugh.
I mean, I have a pension, so
people don't understand what they're talking about, and it's frustrating.
But can we not end on politics?
I would love to not end on it.
So is this political, or is it turning
into
is this turning into an ethical debate?
It's absolutely an ethical debate, but it's hard for me. Okay, so I unfriended my mom on Facebook today, and
I'm surprised you're still your friend. To be honest.
I know, but she's first of all, she's like, there's posts where she's like, I'm 25 years clean, bitch. No, you're not. You fucking relapsed less than 6 years ago.
You should call her out on that.
I'm publicly saying it right now. Like,
she's never going to hear it.
I don't care if she does. Like, I don't care.
Because then he's going to open the door. if you have a conversation and you actually poke it, you gotta. And that's like, opening the door.
No, you can't claim that. And then there's these comments that are like, "Well, I tried the best as I could as a mom." No, you didn't. I lived with my grandparents, who are my parents, and your other two kids don't exactly look at you in a favorable light.
You didn't drop a comment and then bounce? That's usually what you do.
I love doing that.
You drop a comment and you mute it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's the best. No, but then it's like
so you're telling
it's
me
like blocking people on Twitter.
Nobody she's speaking to is going to know the truth. You remain silent.
Well, and then she makes a lot of comments about that are very right-wing situations and stuff, and she's like, I can't believe people can't see that they're having their freedoms taken away. I'm like, you're a convicted felon. Democrats are literally fighting for your right to be able to vote. I mean, in some states you can, as long as you've done your probation and in situations like that. But I'm like, they're literally fighting for you to be able to vote, and you're bitching and complaining. I'm like, I just have to.
That's exhausting. Don't do it.
Well, I mean, I already unfriended her. So we'll see.
She'll get the message?
No.
They should make like a Finding Neverland video.
She just
exposing the truth.
It's funny because what happens is you get a nice comment, and then a very passive aggressive comment, and then a very violent comment.
Who?
From my mother.
You get that from her?
Yeah, it's pretty much what happens.
Okay.
I kind of wish y'all had seen Up Now, or not
y'all?
Us, because there was some stuff in there that I related to like current events, and I'm like, oh, I want to talk about it.
You watched it already? I didn't know that.
That was Nakia and M'Baku, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Black Panther twice last week. I think she's absolutely gorgeous.
She is gorgeous.
She was scary as fuck in this movie.
Really?
Yeah.
And Winton, is that his name?
Winston?
Winston?
On the general, yay? Nay? Good movie?
Yeah. It's a nuanced movie. It's not like jump scares a whole lot, but it's...
So you got to pay attention?
Better or worse than Get Out? Only comparing because that's his other movie.
Yeah. If you
had to say different?
After one viewing.
Yeah, I know think I liked Get Out more.
Okay.
Is it because of the TSA agent?
Oh, he was great.
The what?
The TSA agent.
His friend.
Oh, maybe.
Comical relief.
Have you watched...
I think with Get Out, with this movie, I was expecting a larger ending.
Picture?
Yeah, I got it.
I need you guys to watch Sorry to Bother You. I need
Tell me about that one again.
This to happen.
That was the guy from Get Out, right?
Yes.
He's on Atlanta too. You ever watch Atlanta?
No, but I heard it's really
good show. Yeah.
But I watched Black Panther twice last week.
You should watch Black Klansman now.
I want to. Have you watched it?
Not yet.
But you watch it.
I will.
Yeah. Black anything.
I'm down. I'm down to see new things. That's the whole...
I gotta show people all of X-Men.
I found this really good movie called Monster Squad you might like.
That's not new.
You should watch that.
I just don't want to because everybody wants me to watch it so badly.
It's as great as Goonies.
Oh, well then, that's just
You know I'm not going to like it. It's like you guys like it because you saw it as kids. I never saw it. I'm not going to have the same attachment to it.
It's still pretty funny, man.
But if Katrina watched Neverending Story...
That's such a weird movie.
But it's not good. Like, it's not a good movie.
It does not hold up.
Monster Squad is... I like it better than Neverending Story as a kid. 100%.
But less than Goonies?
Oh, yeah.
Like, we have this good discussion.
On that movie?
I like Goonies. It's a good movie. I just don't think it's the best movie from the 80s.
At all.
What is the best movie from the 80s?
Both Back to the Future 1 and 2 I feel like are better movies than Goonies.
Did the third one come out in the 90s?
I think it did.
Did Brave Little Toaster come out in the 80s?
I don't know. We had this discussion off mic in a separate group about what other 80s movies were better, and I'm
reflective of the time.
Terminator 2 was an 80s movie.
Oh, 2?
Yes. Look it up, Corey.
It's so good.
Was it? I think you guys all are looking.
It's so good.
Yes,
Pull on the tape.
So no, I just looked it up the other day. So I'm like, best.
They announced the title for the new one. I don't remember what it was called. With Linda Hamilton.
Terminator 2 was 91.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then it was Terminator 1, which I probably still like.
That was 84.
Breakfast Club,
84.
Ghostbusters.
I thought you hadn't seen The Breakfast Club.
I'm just saying these are the movies that are listed.
7 years to make another one?
I wouldn't put The Breakfast Club above The Goonies.
E.T., Ghostbusters to me is above The Goonies. Princess Bride is above The Goonies.
Those are all.
Die Hard's above the movies. Goonies.
Say Anything's way better. 80s movie.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Predator. Yeah.
No. Empire Strikes Back.
84.
Wow.
Stand By Me.
Back when movies took time.
That's
7 years.
I know I'd put
The Thing. I think The Thing is better.
Yeah.
Just because Back to the Future was made in the 80s, it's Goonies is
These are all
automatically not
different
the best
movies because.
But I mean, if you're looking at
What's one with like a bunch of kids running around? I'm trying to compare.
E.T.
E.T.'s close, yeah.
But like, if we're talking strictly 80s feel, 80s everything, Back to the Future.
Stand By Me. That was the other one that we were.
Yeah, Stand By Me is better than Goonies to me. That's a bunch of kids running around.
I think I like the Goonies more.
Than Stand By Me, really?
Yeah.
Everybody
More
thinks
fun.
it's fucking God's gift to the 80s, and I enjoy the movie. I think it's a good movie. I enjoy watching it, but everybody's like, oh my God, the Goonies, truffle, blah. I'm like, really?
It is very quotable.
God. What's quotable? You say Slick Shoes, Truffle Shuffle, what else?
Yeah. Hey, you guys.
Okay, that's probably the biggest one.
Rocky Road.
I don't know.
There's a lot of things.
All right.
What's the guy's name that does that? Hey, you
Chuck.
guys.
Wait, no.
Sloth.
Sloth. Yeah.
Can you be Sloth for Halloween one year?
What? Because I have a big head.
You're just the tallest, and well, I don't know who's taller.
Not even that tall.
Troy's bucket. You know about that.
Yeah.
This is
And
my
Thanos
wish.
is in it.
My time.
He dressed up as that like 2 years ago at a costume
himself?
party. Yeah.
Hey, so we didn't talk about the Fox merger, hey?
So. No.
Fox and Disney. So that's official.
Yes.
And where did that put Cable? Would you think? So, I imagine they're going to reboot everything, maybe except Deadpool.
That's what I've heard.
Is that about right? So is Cable going to be in it? So is every character from Deadpool in the MCU now?
Yeah.
So he's 2 characters in the MCU.
Yeah, but one, it doesn't look like him. He just does I mean, I know he does the live, the motion capture stuff for him, but
Yeah.
it's fine. Like,
So, and then reboot who do you want to play Wolverine?
Glenn Danzig.
Don't know who that is.
Who do I want to play Wolverine? Zac Efron. Who do I want to play Wolverine? No, not Zac Efron. Come on.
He was supposed to play Venom on April Fools.
Tom Hardy.
He would be good because he's not that big. He's like shorter.
That
like
would be
a stocky
interesting.
guy.
And I obviously want.
But he's already Venom, so.
That's Sony, though. It's 2 different companies.
I mean, technically, Sony is working with the MCU, so.
Yeah, but Venom's not part of the MCU.
I mean, I forget, I didn't watch it. Was Tom Holland not in the movie?
No, not at all.
Okay,
they
so
had a Spider-Verse connection.
Spider-Verse is in the same universe as Venom.
Okay, then I don't feel bad.
You still haven't seen Spider-Verse?
No. Nor have I seen Venom.
I bought it on the day it was released. It is excellent.
It came out already?
Yes, it did.
Oh,
You should go see it.
news to me. I don't get to the Target very much.
Get to the Target.
The Target.
Where do you do your the shopping?
I haven't went to a Best Buy or Target in a minute.
So
Walmart's close.
They still have it at Walmart.
Yeah, I don't go there very often. We go
There's this thing called Amazon.
Aldi.
What?
Aldi for groceries a lot.
What's Aldi?
Oh, you never talked about it?
No.
Okay, it's a place you'd like it.
No, you wouldn't.
Have you been there?
I don't like Aldi's.
What's Aldi?
It's like a supermarket, but like you have produce on one aisle and then camping equipment on the next aisle and then lava lamps on the next aisle.
You know the Home Depot
It's
wannabe?
weird, dude.
If you go up Fletcher and there's a Home Depot wannabe store,
That's the Orchard? That's closed.
It went under. So right next to that is a little grocery store, and I guess it's owned by the same people who own Trader Joe's, but it has like Aldi's like a German brand, and it's a small grocery store, but a lot of stuff's cheap: produce, eggs, milk.
Why don't you shop at Grocery Outlet?
I could.
It's closer to your house.
Aldi has some cool stuff too, just food wise, and they have a cool cart. It's like
in the movie The Terminal, where you have to put in a quarter and then you get a cart and then you return the cart and you get your cart.
And I've
back.
never seen a parking lot have no carts in it because everybody takes the cart back up to where you get it from. And I'm like, that's ingenious.
This isn't the same shopping center as my work, so
because nobody wants to lose a fucking quarter.
To me, this is like
it's hilarious.
Like how Costco has GTM.
Yeah,
this is like Walmart to Aldi's.
I would say
I don't want to go to Walmart.
Trader Joe's to Aldi.
I don't go into Trader Joe's, so maybe you might be right. I don't.
But Trader Joe's is like the expensive version, where Aldi is like cheap. But
it's all the stuff that's going to expire in like 2 days.
It's just...
I think they have some of that, but not on the whole. No, but they have some stuff that you can't get. Like I can't. Mochi is no longer at Vons. You know that is right. You've had mochi with us. The Japanese ice cream.
Yeah, he's aware.
Okay,
they sell it at Target.
Really?
Yeah,
that's funny. Vons,
Costco.
They sell it at Grocery Outlet.
They sell it at Grocery Outlet.
They don't have it, but like, is that Aldi?
They have it at Mitsuwa.
Yeah,
it's Mitsuwa.
It's a Japanese market
grocery store. Yeah. If I really groceries bad, I walk across the street.
We're all looking.
I have that luxury.
Yeah, Vons is expensive though. Nobody cares about this conversation. I'm gonna have to edit all this shit out.
I forget how we brought it up.
I'm leaving all the silence in here of us just like looking at you like you're some weird fucking mutant that shops at some store that nobody's ever heard of.
Oh, because I've been to Target. I've been to Target in like 2 months. If that makes
Cartwheel man, 5%.
Dude, I was at Target 3 times in the last like 2 days.
I couldn't stand that app on my phone. It kept fucking bugging me. Yeah.
But how did it bug you? Is it because it takes up too much space?
No, it kept popping up shit.
In 10 years?
You turn off the notifications like a normal person.
That's like a savior because I hated carrying on my red card. Once I realized I could put it on the app, holy shit.
Just scan your wallet
I don't use coupons on the norm.
Yeah, but I mean, you could have a red card. You get 5% off of everything every time.
I have that.
Yeah, it's
so you add it to your app and you just scan it. You don't have to have your card out.
Do you have enough memory to download that?
Too much Pokemon.
Yeah.
My phone is actually full on space, so every time there's an update, I have to fucking delete shit.
What kind of phone do you have?
Oh,
that's a Galaxy 5.
What are they?
I can sell you an iPhone 6S.
No, thank you.
No, they don't have iPhones at Aldi. Only buy stuff that they carry.
You don't have to use an app to get the discount. It's just there.
It's just
yeah.
Same thing with Grocery Outlet.
For a while, didn't like it.
You had to delete it to download something else.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I did at one point in time. I almost have no apps on my phone.
So what's taking up all the space?
Pokemon.
I don't know.
I want you all to notice that I do have 3 people here with body language that's open and responding, and we have one who's very closed off because we're attacking.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that.
I've been like this for a minute.
Yeah, he's offended.
He's also said for a minute like 6 times in the last 10
minutes. His phone has all their like really boring sex videos on it. That's taking up all the space.
I haven't taken a video in a while because I have to delete videos to make room.
Send them to the cloud.
I don't know what takes up all that space.
Don't send your sex videos.
Every time my phone wants to update, I have to. So every day I get a chance, need to update your phone. I'm like, fuck you, because every update just makes the phone worse. So I had to update.
Because I'm trying to get you to get a new phone. How long have you had that phone?
A couple of years. I don't upgrade every year.
I don't either. Cheap. Well, we have XRs now, but we had 6Ss, so there's like how many generations in between there?
You got me.
8.
Between what?
The 6S and the XR? No, because it was the 7, 7S, 8, 8S, 9. No, they didn't do it.
No, it was 6S, 7, 7S, 10.
They went from 7S to 10? No, because there's an 8.
Yeah, but it came after. Well, it was 8 and 10, and then at the same time, and then the 10R and the 10S.
Okay, I have a 10R.
So like four gens.
That's still quite a bit.
That's 4 years.
I'm so out of that loop. That's all gibberish to me.
And the only reason I switched my phone is because it stopped charging. Like I'm like I have to, and I was
if that happens, 100%.
Well, I said I don't need a new phone. Just give me the last generation so I can get it cheaper. And they're like, well, it's $25 a month for the 8, and it's $27 for the XR. I'm like, well, it's $2. Of course, I'm gonna get the newer phone.
Yeah,
that's how they get you.
Yeah, we need to end, don't we?
Yeah.
What are we at?
113.
Yeah, we gotta end.
Yeah, good episode.
Hey, everybody, write a review. We've been stuck at the reviews that we're at on iTunes. So go to iTunes.
You've been stuck?
We've been stuck. It's stagnant on the iTunes.
The iTunes.
I gotta put out the phone number again, but I can't. I have to find it.
And Lacey, you cannot call and talk to somebody at the same time.
Yeah, Lacey wanted to call and like call somebody out on here, and I'm like, that's not how this works.
She wanted to call somebody on the phone?
Yes.
And like connect them onto the phone to call them out about it?
Yes.
Interesting.
What sucks is this phone number is now getting spam calls, which kind of sucks.
That wouldn't work for like speakerphone?
Well, no, I have something in mind, but we need another laptop, so I got an idea. It probably won't work.
I can't remember.
You should play the spam calls.
No.
What do they say?
I got one.
Hey, Katrina, I need to talk to you about your student loans. I don't have student loans anymore, so I don't know who you're talking to.
Word.
I've gotten like 5 voicemails like that in the past month.
Did you get one that says, if you do not give us this thing, we will call the cops in your area?
I got that last year, but right now I'm getting the student loans one. Like, hey, I need to talk to you about your student loans.
The number is 1-657-215-5739.
Call and leave us a message.
What does it say it's from? Does it give you like an area?
I mean,
a city?
No.
You're a city.
It just says missed call, missed call, missed call, missed call.
They don't leave a message?
No.
That is rude. If you're going to spam call somebody, at least leave a message.
There's one from Forrest on here that I haven't played yet.
Ooh.
You want to listen to it?
I think you got to cut this off.
All right. So yeah.
So that was a no.
Call the phone number. Leave a message. Leave a review on iTunes. And that's it. We got to go. This episode's over. Goodbye. We're out.